What we're doing, John, we're starting from where we left off last time. We're going to have a quick look at Salford number 2 tunnel. The staircase locks onto Oldfield Road Canal Basin and the private branch canal, and we're going up to Windsor Bridge. Hiya John, we're back on stage 2 of our exploration of the Manchester-Multonbury Canal in Salford. In this forest, if you want to call it that, you might make out you've got a bit of a stone coping there, and you've got a wrought iron sort of bridge. What this was Salford number 2 tunnel. Last time we followed the canal up from Lock 3, we went through the short Salford number 1 tunnel, and this is Salford number 2 tunnel, where the canal came under the main railway line. You can just make out the girder, and quite a bit. Obviously you would have had the water in the canal, and the boats could have floated under there. This big brick edifice here is actually built on what was a canal turning basin. So originally you would have come out of Salford number 2 tunnel, you would have turned your boat around facing this way, and you would have entered Lock 4, which was a staircase pair. Locks 4 and 5 taking you under Oldfield Road. So what we're going to do now, cross the road and go that way. And as you can see, John, just over there is Oldfield Road, where the road crosses the railway line. And unbeknown to us, like I say, underneath all them chippings and all that vegetation is our Salford number 2 tunnel. Magic. Right, we're just crossing over the road, and I'm going to show you a few attractions in sunny Salford. Right John, this derelict building behind me is built on what was a turning basin. So you can imagine you're floating up, you come under the railway line, you've gone into this big turning basin, you've turned your boat around like that, and you've entered the first lock of a staircase pair, Lock 4. So you've gone into Lock 4, you've shut your lock gates, you've let your water in, you're floating into Lock 5, and then you've gone straight under. You can't really make out, but between that stone there and that stone there, that's the original canal bridge. So even though you can't tell, and even though it's below our feet, you've still got a bridge here which is underfilled, and my feeling is all the stone of the locks will still be completely intact. So when it comes to restore this section, you'll probably find some perfect locks ready to be reused. Right John, we're other side of Oldfield Road now. If you look here, you've got like this purple engineering brick, and you'll notice suddenly you've got this red brick. But when you look more carefully, you can see originally there was a gate post here, stone. You can even see where the bricks used to curve in, and again on the other side, there's your coping stones, and the other side, well, what this was originally, when the canal was open, you could have gone through here to get onto the canal towpath. Like there were no towpath on that side, so a bit of a struggle. So what you had to do, horses etc, you know, like bargees, would have had to come through this gate post, cross over and join the canal above Salford number 2 tunnel. So this was the entrance to the towpath on Oldfield Road Canal Wharf. What we've got here, not wanting to state obvious, Upper Wharf Street. Wharf meaning originally it was water, like Canal Wharf, and that's exactly what it were. Behind this relatively modern wall is the infilled Oldfield Road Canal Wharf, and this was main Canal Wharf. When the canal opened from Bolton to Bury to Salford in 1796, this is where it ended. It wasn't until 1808 they decided to make 6 locks and 2 short tunnels to take it down to the level of River Irwell and to the national network of inland waterways. So for quite a few years this was the end of the Manchester-Multonbury Canal, and it was here that you had private branch canals, and you like wharfage, warehouses. This would have been such an incredibly busy place. Obviously the barges coming in with the coal, unloading the coal into horse and carts and taking it off to nearby hospitals. This would have been a hub of activity in Salford, and it was said that the canal in Salford really created what Salford is today, you know, with its wealth etc. So we're now at the side of Oldfield Canal Wharf. You'd never believe it, but like I said, this was such a busy place etc. And obviously when the canal came to Salford, everyone wanted their own private branch to unload the goods etc. And what we stood on today, you'll never tell, is actually one of them private branch canals. This is actually a bridge. You can make out, you've got some wrought iron ties there, but this bridge was literally a private canal arm, what would probably terminate near the Crescent. And it was like, I suppose it's like branch motorways today, you know, like when you go to Bolton. Obviously you had the main canal, which was the motorway, and then the shop route, the offshoots were like the inner relief roads. So here was a private branch canal where you can unload all your stuff. I said this is definitely original Canal Company walling, handmade brick, and it looks like, if you look at that, it looks like there would have been an entrance into the wharf. Again, you can see like where the bricks have been spliced in, so another way into the wharf. And again here you can see what we looked at before, private branch canal. Obviously that modern affair has been built on it. But all these probably would have been like timber yards and coal yards. Certainly the Lady Shore Coal Company had a private arm here, Andrew Knowles, etc. And what they'd do is unload all the barges, the box boats, and they'd take it to nearby hospital, which is over there, when they had coal-fired boilers. So obviously coal was a biggie, and coal, I suppose, is what made this area. As you can see, John, that's obviously a new addition. It was never like this before. You can see a bit of original canal wall there, but they've created a new entrance into this. Basically everywhere which has got like this big pile of earth, that was the original canal route. About here, just outside the railway there, you would have had lock 6. So lock 4 and 5 have taken you on the Oldfield road. You've got all your private branch canals, and you've got lock 6. After lock 6, you had the Canal Company depot, which was farther down. Unfortunately that's been demolished. You had another private branch arm, and if you carry on, Canal 1's parallel with railway, you end up at Windsor Bridge. As you can see, John, not recognisable now, but that's the infill line of the canal. But underneath all that pile of earth, you've got lock 6, all the stone copings are down, the cobble towpath, just waiting for the day when our sleeping canal can reawaken. And like I said, it's a shame really, but pretty much where that digger is under there, you would have had lock 6, which was completely intact in the 80s. It was just filled in. I'm not quite sure, but originally this section was owned by British Waterways, and I think they probably still own it, but lease it out to this company who uses it for, what, reclamation materials, I suppose. It's a shame Canal's filled in, because that water could have gone into the canal and we could have had ducks on here and everything. But to be fair to it, like I said, the section before, below the railway, is all being restored. They reopen it, etc. for boats. This will probably be phase 2, which will reopen the canal back to Windsor Bridge. Fortunately, along this section, even though it looks like an absolute industrial eyesore, all the structures like locks 4 and 5 are still there, lock 6 is still there. It's all just filled in and buried. It's just sleeping, ready to be reawakened. But maybe in a few years this will look completely different. But as you can see, we can't go any further along this section because our way is barred. But quarter of a mile that way, we'll pick it up again at the car park behind the former police station. Right, John, we've just had a look at Oldfield Road Canal Wharf and locks, etc. What we're going to do now is go round corner, look at the War Memorial, look at the Salford Royal Hospital, which has been turned into rather expensive apartments, and look at the area around the Crescent. What we've got across the road, John, if I don't break my neck on that step there, what we've got is Salford Royal Hospital. As I mentioned previously, when Canal was open, it used to supply all the coal to the hospital, which was the main hospital in Salford. Obviously unloaded from the box boats to barges, taken by horse and cart, delivered to the boiler rooms, and that was sort of a main trade of the canal, was to feed that, obviously to keep all the patients warm who were sick and infirm in the hospital beds. Alright, John, I think we should rescue a car before it gets wheel clamped.
It's a very good idea, Steve.
Yes. We do not want to pay the clamp leasing fee.